Hear it.
Can you hear me? Papa,
Can you catch me?
hello, hello, hello.
higher?
Hello, Saucy, can you talk too?
Yeah, I'm talking right now. Hello. Hi.
Make sure nobody's speaking.
Words are hard.
Are you?
I mean, I'm clicking through random, things here, yeah.
Oh, I could follow you. And then
Okay, I heard stuff. go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Commander and Coffee, where we are all about all things Bruin. With me today is our official relaunch today. I have with me Travis, Freshka.
Hard muted like a boss.
Nice, as always. Well, we'll skip right to Wilson then. We are off to a great start here. So Wilson, why don't you say a little bit about yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Wilson, MTG Frogfather for now, and Mayor of Splitsville, but mostly I'm Billy's sparring partner from back in the day when he used to learn CDH, and I think that's what ended me back here, to make sure someone can keep up with him.
Got to keep me in line somehow, right?
Yeah.
And with us today, we have our special guest, Saucy, from Dragon Roast Coffee. Say hi,
Hey,
Saucy.
what's going on? How's it going, friends? It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, now, Saucy, if I remember correctly from conversations previous, you don't really have much CDH experience, correct?
No, I do have some. I haven't played in a while, but I used to love CEDH, and I had a few like D tier CEDH decks that I had fun with.
Okay.
But I love CEDH. I just haven't had the time, dudes. Like it's busy. Things are busy.
Life is just, it's super busy. I mean, when we're gonna get into it, a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and tell people about yourself?
Yeah, are we gonna just continue with Freshka being hard muted
Yeah,
for the
just
whole
hard muted
podcast?
the entire time.
Listen, I'm trying to draw a frog and it's really hard.
Incredible. I
Dra-
love you.
It looks
have
pretty
your
good for
stream
me
up.
so far.
It looks like a fish.
Yeah, I drew a fish and I'm trying to draw a frog, but the frog, I don't know if this is the mouth or I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Freshka, aka
But,
Travis, is over there streaming on Twitch on his channel. You can give him a like and follow as well.
Yeah, don't do that unless you want to see some really bad drawings. Billy has actual images on his screen.
I love it.
But yeah, I used to play a lot of card games. I played probably like 3 or 4 different games competitively. I was a coach for a few different colleges for collegiate esports. Made playoffs every year that I was doing that. Helped balance some card games. Played a lot of Magic. I recently started playing CDH. I played a lot of EDH years ago, but CDH wasn't quite a thing when I was playing. So it's definitely a learning curve for me because it's honestly a little frustrating, like how little agency I have in the game. And it's like I could pick up Magic and win a 1v1 game a lot easier than I could do it for a 4-player game.
Yeah, it's so much different.
We're
Yeah,
getting
no,
used to it, but
100%.
that's where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, you might remember Travis from a previous episode of getting CDH with his first tournament. We never actually came back with that recap on his
We
first
don't need
tournament.
to talk about it. It's actually fine.
Not how I did that day.
That was the last time I played CDH since now. So
That's very true.
let's just say the outing didn't go how I wanted it to, and we're basically brand new. We're starting over again.
Yeah. This is the first.
This is the time. I was like Rock Lee, in the time chamber, something anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rock Lee in the time chamber with the metal rod, right?
Yeah, exactly.
with the Rasengan, right? That's what it is.
Yep.
Just get everybody out of here all at once.
Done. All right, let's wrap up. End credits.
something order coffee.
something coffee, out of it, need more, go here.
Done.
Yeah.
All right, wrap up.
Do you want to talk about that first, Billy? And explain to them why Saucy's here?
Yeah, we absolutely can. Aside from them being just an amazing person, Saucy is our sponsor. He is from Dragon Roast Coffee. See the little symbol down there, and he has some amazing products to offer. So I'm gonna put them up on screen right now. So there's some Necromancer. That's actually the one that he sent myself and Wilson. It's so good. Paladin is what Travis had, and I didn't get to try it yet. I think he took it all off us.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. But yeah, here's some images of some of the stuff. There's some merch that he has. It is one of the nicest and smoothest roasts that I've had in a long time.
For sure.
And yeah, it's excuse me. I swallowed my drink wrong.
Don't
There
do
is a
that.
thing called the Adventure Pack, which do we want to mention that now, Travis? All
Yeah,
right.
so I was drawing a coffee cup.
Oh,
All
cool.
right, yeah, so after the stream, it'll probably actually be tomorrow. We're gonna post a link for a giveaway, and we're gonna give away an adventure pack to kind of go with our coupon code.
Yeah, and our relaunch, which our coupon
Yeah.
code is Commander.
Yep.
Nice and
Nice
simple.
and easy. Should be easy to remember.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We play Commander. He's the coffee. There we go.
easy.
There you go. It was a match made in heaven.
But yeah, like Freshka, I'm a longtime card game person. I was a full-time Twitch streamer. I streamed Hearthstone. I did some in Magic the Gathering Arena, and then a lot of Legends of Runeterra back when that game wasn't dead. And yeah, I've been playing card games forever. Huge Magic guy. I started in, I think it was when did I start playing?
I
Cold
remember
Snap?
some of my first cards being Cold Snap hand-me-downs from an older cousin. So that
I'm
should
pretty
be the
sure
right amount
Cold
of
Snap
time.
was my first set. So I've been playing a little bit, not the longest, but a little bit. But I've played, I've loved me some Magic forever. So I was a big Legacy player when I was like actually playing a lot. I loved Legacy, and I've always liked EDH just because multiplayer is super fun. So I used to keep a vintage cube. I recently sold it a couple years ago because it's scary holding on to too many expensive cards for me. Wizards of the Coast makes business decisions. But since I had a lot of vintage cards, legacy cards, good stuff, I did play some CEDH. So I played Prosh, Food Chain. That was my favorite deck. And then I built Keurig and played it twice. And I also had Heliod Ballista stacks, which was pretty fun too.
Well, one of the decks that we're going to be talking about today is the older cousin, or whatever, the younger brother of not Keurig, of Prosh Food Chain. Yes. So that's kind of sick. And Keurig was actually one of my favorite decks. We actually did an episode on Keurig.
Nice.
It was honestly oddly enough, one of our best performing episodes.
So is it a Corvold?
It is Corvold, indeed.
Nice. Yeah.
They took second place at Punt City too. 3.
Corvold is so cool. It's just such a cool card. It's like I always wanted to build Corvold because I had most of this stuff from Prosh, but I don't know. Prosh was my first like CEDH deck, and I never really messed with the list. It was just like my baby, and I'd play it some and just be happy. Because Food Chain is fun. I don't know. It's just a fun card.
Food Chain wins games. I think that's the saying of play to win. So.
Yep. So yeah, other than that, I've played card games a long time, and then when I got out of streaming on Twitch and YouTube, I decided, well, this has been many years in the making, but I started a coffee company, obviously. So yeah, Dragon Roast Coffee is now what I do all of my time. And it's like, a fresh guy and I were talking the other day. He's like, oh, you should come on and play some, webcam Commander. And I'm like, dude, I haven't even had like a day off in 9 weeks now. Like I'm a little stretched for time at the moment. But soon I did start playing some, not CEDH, but some regular EDH. We had a Magic night the other night, which was fun. So more some casual stuff, but I'm playing more slowly, guys. A little more.
Okay. Well, listen, we're always trying to fire pods off on the Discord here. So feel free anytime to stop in.
Yeah. My current obsession is I'm building Obeka Upkeep Tribal. So with the new Obeka Splitter of Seconds.
Definitely a fun one. Even
Yeah.
her old one was great.
The one that you get extra upkeeps equal to the
When
damage deals. Yeah, that one's sick. I was looking at that and what some broken things. My immediate thought was Braid of Fire. I'm like, okay, now how can we let that mana stay in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm working on the list slowly, but I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do Upkeep Tribal. That sounds so fun. With like As For Told and Dragon Master Outcast and all that kind of fun stuff.
Okay. Dragon Master Outcast. I haven't heard that card in a while.
Yeah, you get into a bunch of 5/5s. It's awesome.
Heck yeah.
So many 5/5.
It's like the people playing the 6/6. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
Billy, super serious question.
Uh-huh.
What am I drawing you as? Because so far I got a frog, a fish, and a dragon.
So my joke for you, just to cut over him, is Bird Wizard.
I mean, that was my first thought was Derevi, but I've been
So
really
just
working
picture
with
paper
Inala.
and armor. That's it. I just have to do a wizard.
Yeah, I mean,
So draw like a
I'll do a
coat.
wizard. No. I got. Don't
You got it.
hinder my
I
artistic
won't hate on
vision.
it. I'll just let it happen. I'm sorry. You get it.
I am a very passionate bird wizard connoisseur. My favorite EDH deck I've ever built was Kaikar. Kaikar Wheels.
Okay.
He is my favorite commander.
If I remember correctly, I faced one at Punt City 3 as well. Take a look and see if there was one. Unless I'm just imagining things. Completely possible, but... Yeah, I don't see one. Alright, I was imagining it. It was another Jeskai person, but yeah, no. Kaikar is so much fun.
Yeah, he's a blast. I tried to make him powerful, do like a CDH's thing with like Underworld Breach and Lionized Diamond and stuff like that. But I just played it like I just like to play him a little less degenerate and just as less degenerate as he can be. Just like counterspell tribal with stuff like Perforos.
Mhm.
Super fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, want to get started into the other topics today?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So there were a couple tournaments that happened in the past 2 weeks. Both very major and big milestone of them. Punt City 3 sold out in 20 minutes flat. It's put on by TopDeck.gg, of course. Big shout outs to them. They are probably the best at what they do, 100%. And the newly elected mayor was Tad Gibson, one of the Bufftown Bullies, playing Rogsai, which, you know, we know a lot of that deck. We see it all the time. I think every one of us has played it at a certain amount of time here. But the top 4 was a really interesting pod. You had the Rogsai, you had the Corvold, you had 2 Sisseys, one played by Dio. Now, that is, before I even go in, yes, that is a JoJo reference. But that's also his name. So yeah, kind of wild. The other one that we had was Path to the Peak. It was a sold out webcam tournament. The webcam tournament that got the Emerald status. That ended up that was run by Accept It, Alex, who is another wonderful human being. He is putting on these amazing webcam tournaments with these very strict what are they called? Webcam setups that you need to help prevent cheating, and knock on wood, I'm not going to jinx, we haven't found any or haven't run into any issues yet that we've seen of. So that's great. And they had a really interesting top 4 pod with Magda taking it all down, a TNK, another Rogsai, and a Kinnan. So we literally see probably the 3 best decks in this top 4 pod currently, you know, as it stands right now. The tournament scene. The pillars of the tournament scene, yes. So I guess we'll start out with Tad's Rogsai deck. Pretty standard, 6 creatures. You know, obviously you have the Thorkel, which is actually how he won on turn 3, I believe. He just raw dogged a Thorkel. Thassa's Oracle with the Demonic Consultation. You guys see anything interesting on here? Nothing really. I mean, honestly,
it looks pretty generic.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty standard Rogsai list.
It's just good.
Has all the good extra turn spells.
Yep. Yep, it's on Warrior's Oath, it's on Last Chance, it's on Final Fortune, of course, it's playing them all. Have you ever seen this deck in action there, Saucy?
Yeah, I've seen it's your typical Thassa's Oracle deck, and you get all the good counter spells and you get to play Time Twister, so it's good. It's like
yeah, this deck, its main game plan, I mean, it has 23 lands. It's play out artifacts, get a wheel, got fed fish off a table, was pants down. Yeah. Oh, it was turn 4 max? Okay, thank you. I didn't know if it was turn 3 or turn 4, so I just remember I was doing something else, and next thing you know, I heard clapping. I'm like, wow, that was fast. But yeah, pretty standard. Going on to the Corvold deck, which I know you'd be interested in, Saucy, which is why I want to go into this one.
Yeah.
I feel like anybody who wins with a dragon just instantly should get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, right. Send this man some beans. Yeah, Corvold's just a cool card. I don't know, like he's a cool dude.
He is just him.
Yeah.
Noticeably, it's not Food Chain though. So this is more of the Treasure Storm. It does have the Ruthless Technomancer line, which is pretty nice. This is probably one of my favorite cards that I've been trying to get it in. I've been trying to slide it into Inala, but I can't do it. I can't do it. The hoops that I have to jump through are too much.
Yeah, that card is sweet.
Which card was that?
Ruthless Technomancer. It's a 2/4. When it enters the battlefield, you can sacrifice another creature you control. If you do, create a number of treasure tokens equal to that creature's power. Then you could pay 2 and a black and sacrifice X artifacts and return target creature power with X or less from your X power or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. And of course, X can't be 0.
I get it. It's a wizard.
That's why I want it in all. Yes, because
I got it. I'm with you. I'm up to speed. It's a wizard. I got it.
He's like a wizard fanatic.
No, but
That's a wizard-based deck.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
He gets to cheese things if they're wizards, basically.
Yeah, if we really want to, we could go over it. I mean, you guys have seen me play it. Most of you have seen me play it enough on all streams when I'm on the Top Deck stream and everything like that.
You don't need to twist his arm.
you don't need to hear me talk about it. That and the 27-step line.
Just it goes into a full monologue. He's like, yeah, so actually every card in here is this. Can you recite your deck card for card without looking?
I can get pretty close. I've been making some major changes because I've been testing cards. But I can get pretty close. Way back in the day.
What I'm hearing is excuses. All right, moving on.
Listen, when I first started, you could ask Wilson. I used to be able, and Chris, my other buddy Chris, formerly of Commander and Coffee. I used to be able to do that with my Derevi list.
If it makes you feel any better,
sure.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't even think I could accurately tell you how many lands I have in a specific deck.
I have 25 lands in my deck. I know that.
Yeah, that's more impressive than me.
I
know I never have them in my opening hand. That's all I know.
That's fair. Listen. Rockside was running 23. I'm on 25. I'm about to go to 24 personally. So they're on 26 here. 25 if you don't count Passeju as an actual land, more of a spell. So Carpet of Flowers in there too. That's kind of neat. You don't see Carpet too often anymore. It's kind of fallen by the wayside because at most you really don't get that many islands. I mean, even if you're facing like a 2-color deck like Kinnan, you're maybe gonna get 2 to 3 islands at max. Typically it's 1, so you're 1 for 1-ing. Not that worth it.
Sometimes it's a Soul Ring, sometimes it's a Signet. It depends.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would play a second Soul Ring. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, you play Mana Crypt.
Yeah.
Well, they're on mirror as well.
All right, I would play a third Soul Ring.
One of the better lines you can do with a Carpet of Flowers after it doesn't do anything for you anymore is to pitch it to the Beseech the Mirrors, like something I've been finding.
Yeah, no, I do like Beseech the Mirror. That's one of my favorite cards that did come out recently. They're also not on it, Wilson. So
they're not.
Yeah, so I don't know what list you were looking at.
Yeah, I thought I did my homework, and apparently I missed.
It's all right. You fail for this class. Sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to be held back a year.
Yep.
Fortunate.
It was my round 1 opponent. That's what it was. Now I remember.
Yeah, how'd you do at Punt City 3?
Well, my only win is unrecorded as my bye on 6th round, but that's okay. I had fun games, and I lost to players from the community that I enjoy, so I'll take that as a win.
Well, that's good. That's a good win. Travis, you unfortunately could not make it.
I had just as many wins as Wilson.
Love that.
And he didn't compete.
He had more wins on the weekend than I even did. I'll be honest.
You didn't have to do that to him.
Sorry.
I came out net positive in comparison. We'll say that.
I wonder if these are the same, almost the same exact list, or is one of these clam chowder? Max, if you're still in the chat, do you know if one of these was clam chowder versus the normal one? Wish Malcolm was here. Where's Malcolm? These look actually pretty close. Oh, here's Kin's in that one.
Delicious.
Oh, Kin's in both of them. I don't think so. I just don't know if Trent is on Clam Chowder. I don't think so. I think he's closer to Malcolm's. We'll just do a quick comparison. Oh, I'm just comparing my decks. Okay, so some land differences, and both are binder jank. Okay, cool. Thank you,
Perfect,
Brees.
good.
These are not Clam Chowder. I have been confirmed. I do like the tech in
K9.
Well, Kanon's one of my favorite cards. I think that's a great card, but I'm surprised that Trent, who's the Oath of Sisay, isn't on Legolas Quick Reflexes, but they are on Lauren of the Third Path. I think this card is underrated, and also on the other Gehada. And Dio is on Rocco and Chromatic Orrery, which that's a decision. The Chromatic Orrery and the Draina and Lavala. Definitely some. Oh, and also a Skycloud expense. That's kind of neat. That's really interesting, actually. And the Desolate Mire. Okay, I wish I could. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that. Those are some decisions.
Oh, I'm so good at production. I'm proud of myself.
Reese, I am not a big fan of the Clam Chowder myself personally, but I mean it's to each their own on that one. It seems that it's harder to interact with the more Planeswalker centric version. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's a complicated deck. That's Max. Honestly, I share that same sentiment. It should be more of a Kenny deck than anything else. But yeah, anything else I seem to be missing on these?
I don't think so. I think everything other than the Dragon deck was pretty standard.
Yeah, this being 19 cards difference between the two is also the tale of two New Yorks. Trent's over by Rip and Ship, and Dio's up by Buffalo. So
Yeah, I was gonna say one's a bully.
yeah, so that's kind of cool to see. You could actually see the difference in the eastern lands, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, they both have their own metas. We just can join on big events, I feel like.
Yeah. So top 16 looked pretty simple, pretty similar to normal things. You have your typical Roxai, your Sisays, bunch of Roxai, Zane topping again as usual. Kinnons, more Sisays, TNK. Italian took 11th. There's your Najila. Kroark Sakashima made it. Malcolm Vile, Italian. Roger, again, Roxai. Oh, Inala. I wonder who that one was.
No one good, that's for sure.
Yeah, true. They should have done better. They shouldn't have started off going 0-3.
Yeah.
Kai with a Paco Halden, that was a hot deck. He actually just put a video out on it. That was really cool looking. This deck was probably one of my favorites to play against. David with his Zergo Ojutai. I'm gonna bring this one up because I thought it was so cool. Every time a dragon hits, they anticipate. Meaning they look at the top 3 cards and then put one in the hand and the rest in the bottom in the library in any order. Yeah, it's real cool. And then it has flying and haste. And just like roaming throne, you just name dragons, you get 6 looks at it or 4 looks at it, and you're like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this now. Fragmentize. Yeah, this deck was so cool to see pop off.
And it looks like it's just running, also has to have Thassa's Oracle because everything does, right?
Yeah. If it's blue.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it's blue, it's in there.
Other than that, you got your usual suspects, 27, 28 lands. Breeze, I actually, as soon as Wilson actually talked me into ordering that in all a secret lair. So thank you, Wilson. Oh no.
No, for sure.
He's like, you have to get it.
I had to actually twist his arm, which was wild.
Literally.
Well, we got there.
Really?
Yes.
You didn't post to the Discord that you were live.
I love that for us.
That's just solid.
That is on par for me. So Shauna abandoning Niv Mizzet and going to Abaddon. Deck is really cool.
True.
Definitely needs some
really cool.
tweaking. It's really fun playing with her and getting to see that storm off. It's very interesting. into Lotus Bloom, stuff like that. Basically, just Abaddon gets to hit once, and then you get to cast things for free. You just start cascading.
Pretty dope. I got the Abaddon deck, and like I've played it just like stock a couple of times, and I've never like I've tried to tweak with it a little bit, but I've never spent a lot of time with it. So it's cool to see people having actual success with Abaddon, because I thought the card itself was sweet. It's like
Yeah.
such a cool ability.
Yeah, it's the ability's really neat, and that's actually why I had a conversation with her once before. That's actually why she wanted that. She's like, I love Cascade, and that's it. Our
Cascade is fun.
favorite brewer, Shohei, with Tana Timna, who I also, they're saying she registered Abaddon, but she was playing Niv. Huh. Well,
Okay.
caught in 4K.
Yeah.
This is awkward.
They're basically the same thing.
Yeah. Just add an extra color. Shohei, I've actually taken your Elevir deck and I've been playing it on Moto and making people mauled so hard. And it is great.
Oh, that's the green white one, right?
Yeah, that's the green white one.
Yeah, we like the green white one.
Yeah, we do like that. We tweaked it around. I'll send it to you after this. Just send me a DM.
I messaged Max and told him we got the secret sauce.
The secret
And I
sauce.
said, you'll see it soon. So I guess the bag's out. Or something's out of the bag. It's one of those things. Words. You know, cat's out of the bag.
Our goat Jorman took top 8. Lost in the semis, unfortunately, but he was on TNK as usual. He cannot be stopped. He is currently on top of the leaderboard. He cannot be stopped. Is there nobody that will stand up to Jorman?
Apparently not.
So I played one tournament and I almost beat him. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, he had to turn the whole table against me.
He does like to yap, but we love him for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bunch of Italians actually making it pretty high in the standings. Very surprised.
That was like a favorite deck for this weekend for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of like the meta around here, though. Is we are a bit of a slower meta up here. We have a lot of people coming from the New York area. We call it Mid-Range Mountain, because that's all they play.
Interesting.
Yeah, so anything that's slowing it down, taking care of business that way, that's what's going on. I think there was top 30, at least 4 of them I read already. Bunch of Nagilas. Kinnan, of course, making its way. Malcolm Timna. This is by Goose. This deck is really cool. It gets to leverage one of my newest favorite cards because it works with Nagila Delny. Getting to trigger Malcolm and Timna twice. Pretty good.
Yeah, Timna's solid. Not gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
Overall, Punt City was an absolute blast. Like I said, I went 0-3 to start, and I ended up winning the 4th and 5th games. The 5th game I won off a natural Thorkel. Just turn 2, just going, yeah, sure, why not? And then round 5, I ended up winning in a really odd way, which I guess I'll briefly mention because it is very important. People, when you're playing, pay attention to where you're flicking your cards. I know it's a nervous habit for most people, myself included. Don't flick them at your opponents, especially when you're trying to bluff no interaction. Person to my right happened to flick his cards directly at me. I caught them while I was looking at the board, raised my hand, called the judge over, went over, and talked to the judge, read off what I saw in the hand, said, I'm going to reveal this, but I need you to let you know how I found it in case they appeal it, and explained to him what exactly happened. He's like, no, you're good. I said, thanks, and I revealed it to the table, which then caused a counter war, and long story short, that person ended up losing to his Pact of Negation trigger.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They were like, how are they going to pay for it? And I said, well, there's a Culling the Week in hand, so they're going to sack their guy and use that to pay for it. And they're like, yep, that makes sense. Counter the Culling the Week. And the guy just went, scooped it up.
he physically threw his cards into your hand.
Pretty much. Like he basically was like, "Hey, I'm gonna share this information with you." So what happened was, I was looking at the Nagila directly across from player A, so player D in this case. I'm staring there. The kid leaned over forward and like bent his hand down and did the nervous flick. And I saw every card because he's right over the Cutzel that everybody was fighting over.
Nailed it.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, and I felt so bad for him because that's happened to me before. That's why most of the time when I play, I put my hand down, face down, and I memorize the hand, and I go, all right, cool, that's what's in my hand. I'm not gonna do anything. So
Yeah. That's
but
crazy.
sometimes bad beats happen.
Yep. It'd be like that.
Yeah. So Wilson, anything else from Punt City 3?
How'd you do in Mario Kart?
Oh, so I was going into the finals, and the controller I was using decided it didn't want to turn left.
Oh, you weren't on my pro controller.
No.
I had left for you specially, right? Okay.
No,
Just
I
making
wasn't.
sure. It
I was
wasn't my
using one of my own GameCube controllers.
fault. It let you down.
Yeah, it
That's
did. I have been betrayed by my own GameCube controller. It is now in the box of shame at home.
Box of shame.
What were you playing? What game was it?
Mario Kart. Drinking
I caved after
beverages.
the first round.
Yes.
Billy had told me it was single elimination. And when I had left my first heat, because I asked for first heat and lost, and was like, okay, time to go home or go hang out with the boys at the very least, I was told, oh, you have 3 more rounds. And I went, oh. And I proceeded to hang out for a very long time. And then
This sounds like a lot.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Are we bringing? Okay, I guess it's probably for a future event, but
No, go on, continue. What were you gonna say?
So, I ordered a tip for a tournament because I saw it posted online, and I was like, "Hey, these things sell out fast," so I bought a ticket. Didn't know when it was, didn't know where it was, but we're going now. So
That's Cowtown Throwdown.
What are we bringing for the after tournament for that?
Well, we'll be in Ohio, which has less strict alcohol policies than PA. So
I love that for us.
So, I mean, we could always head down a day early and, get set up.
Done.
Yeah, we got a house. There's like 8 of us. So that's pretty cool. There's bunk beds. There are bunk beds.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't have bunk beds as a child. I now have bunk beds.
The table.
No, that's my spot. But there's bunk beds, so I want bunk beds.
Love it.
But yeah. I guess we can move on to Alex's event, the Paths of the Peak, huh?
Yep.
Do it.
Whoa, it's like we're there. So we had Magda winning it all, which is really interesting. We see Magda every so often. There was a Magda that made where was it? I know I saw it on here. There it is.
There was a Magda
25th
in Punt
City.
I did play that. I did play her, I believe.
Yeah.
She was
It's one of those decks that like friend of the show and former co-host Y, he was big on it. Not quite this list because running Battered Golem, that's kind of cool. I love that card. He's just a boy. Look at him. He's like if a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle decided that it wanted to be covered in mud.
That's true. I mean, that is kind of what it looks like.
that card reminds me of middle school and playing Magic as a child. I haven't seen that card in a minute.
Yeah, I'm very surprised to see that in here. I mean, we're seeing all the usual suspects, the random dwarves. This one's new, Axgard Cavalry. Oh, gains haste, that's cool. I like that. Dracu Seth, this is a new addition too. But this roaming throne makes these things so much better now. And you got Magda and Magda, the Horde Master. This is for the new set. Popper EDH All-Star, absolutely. Gimli, the Glittering Caves, my brethren right here.
Anybody who plays differently named cards are heathens.
Well, Gimli is a normal card. There's.
I thought you were talking about what's the one from Lord of the Rings where they changed the name of the land?
All of them.
Oh, that's the lands, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Battle Bus right here. Smuggler's Copter.
All of you are heathens.
But it's Fortnite, Travis.
Yeah, imagine not
Heathens.
playing Fortnite.
Yeah,
God.
right? God.
Listen, I've put in hours in Fortnite, and you're still all heathens.
Oh, there goes the puppy.
Sierra's home.
Bottle Cap Blast. This card's really neat. You get to, so it's 4 and a red with improvise, so you can tap your artifacts, which works when you make your goblins artifacts. Bottle Cap Blast deals 5 damage to any target. If excess damage was dealt to a permanent this way, create that many tapped treasure tokens. So if
Pretty
you
sweet.
kill a 1/1, you make 4 treasures. And it's
Pretty hot.
any
honestly.
target too, which is cool. Let's see
Yes,
any-
yeah. Looks pretty cool.
Some new
I
Fallout.
like any deck that's red, so I'm
Oh,
into it.
Telgilad Stylus. There's a blast from the past. Oh, Return the Favor? What's that? Oh, it's one of the new ones. A spree.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 mana, copy target instant spell, sorcery spell, activate ability, trigger ability, choose new targets, or for 4, changes target spell ability. Nice. So it's a redirect or it's a double up on your stuff. I like that a lot. You get 2 Magda triggers right off that. That shortcuts the instant speed line. And that's an instant? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Other than that,
Like
pretty
it.
standard stuff. That. Pretty simple. Nice.
I think my favorite card that Magda plays is the Clown car.
Oh, well, naturally.
I just love monocolor CEDH decks. It's like such a fun like building exercise. That's why I put together Heliod and Keurig, just because it's fun. I don't know. It's whenever my problem is like any deck that doesn't play blue because I'm just used to playing blue and everything. I'm like, oh, how do I play this game if I don't have blue? It's just fun.
You go faster than them. That's
You just go
the
Yeah.
mindset,
zoom.
man.
You go faster than them, or you make everyone else go slower.
I love
You were
blue.
right about the slower.
I love it. Love blue. CDH blue. I think blue's underpowered in CDH. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think so?
True.
Yeah.
That's actually just true. I think everyone would agree with that take.
Absolutely. Tell us in the comments.
Yep. If you agree.
Change my mind, meme.
Yeah. There are like, if you think about it, there's no good blue cards in Magic, so it's
That's
just
true.
hard. You're just like really making it hard on yourself when you put blue into your deck.
Agreed.
Since you're putting the Rock Lee weights on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or the Piccolo weight at close.
Yeah, I know these references.
I kept them real simple for you. We have Connor here with TNK. Their own take on Blue Farms, so they know the deck better. That is the name of the deck. I love this. I really love when there's interesting deck names. That's always good. And so Talion and Lothar are 2 that I see in and out of lists constantly. People tend to be like, yeah, no, I'm all about it, or I'm not all about it. Sarah Ascendant's another one. Just depends on which route you want to go down.
Mhm. I really like Sarah Ascendant. Card is fun.
That has been an all-star for me with Shohei's Elevir deck. So thank you again, Shohei. Shout outs.
I think like one of the things with Sarah's Ascendant is it's like, for me, it's a card that's polarizing in your memories of games. Because the games where she takes over, you remember those. And then
Mhm.
the games where she doesn't really do anything, you don't remember that. So I'm always like, yeah, Sarah's Ascendant is so good. And then I look back, I'm like, there's a lot of games I played it and it just does nothing.
It just
and dies.
exists.
Yeah. Yeah. But when it's good, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's such
yeah,
a
yeah.
great one drop.
Like turns 1 through 3 are like, heck yes, this is awesome. And then afterwards you're like, I wish I could have drawn literally anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
28 lands. Pretty standard on the TNK list there. I definitely like it. I like the name better. So next up we have Sergio.
Can we go back to a card that Saucy mentioned earlier?
Which one?
So I don't think we were live yet, but They're playing the 6/6, but they're not playing the sweet guy that makes dragons. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Dragon Master Outcast
Heck yeah.
card is dope. I love me some Dragon Master Outcast. Yeah,
Do you think the deck would be better if it had Dragon Master Outcast?
guaranteed. Guaranteed. Name a better one drop. I dare you.
So,
Ragavan? No, I want Dragon Master Outcast every time.
for those that don't know, Dragon Master Outcast is a 1-drop.
What do you mean? Who wouldn't know? The cards and
At
everything.
the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 6 or more lands, let me repeat that. If you control 6 or more lands, put a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying onto the battlefield.
What do you mean? 6 lands is nothing.
Yeah, like who doesn't have 6 lands in CEDH? Games are very historically slow, so it makes sense.
Especially on the East Coast.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That would be a master. So, in my defense, as you know, Freshka's dumpstering on me, I was talking about building Obeka Splitter of Seconds upkeep tribal, not as CEDH, as a casual deck, where Dragon Master Outcast is pretty good.
Okay, I can see that.
Multiple upkeeps, that's multiple 5/5s. It's great.
After 6 lands are played.
Yeah. That's really good.
Just you wait.
Just you wait. Let me build this up. It's going to be awesome.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
Whoever top 16s with a dragon, whatever.
Dragon
in their
Master
deck,
Outcast.
yeah, they get like a month of coffee.
Yeah, right. Send me your gameplay footage of someone winning with Dragon Master
Yeah.
Outcast.
Month
I want
worth
to
of
see that,
coffee.
like the game state is like so screwed up that someone's actually has that. Maybe they like accidentally put it in. They thought it was Ragavan. Who knows? And they like are winning with it. They're like, oh hell yeah, this is and then it gets televised, and now people think the card's not garbage. This is the
Yeah.
world I want to live in.
Yeah, it just spikes in price overnight.
Yeah, $50 card.
Oh no.
Get ready.
Listen,
Stonks.
if you want that to happen, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna shout out Josh from Elder Drunken Highlander. He is running an event. I don't know why it didn't send. There we go. That's the link to the event. There is art. Yeah, it's this Sunday. There are still 15 seats remaining. It's a practice tournament. Just so everyone's fully aware of what they just said. They didn't specify what type of tournament. They didn't say that it had to be a beginner's tournament. I'm just saying.
Wait, I thought it was a beginner's tournament. That's why I'm going.
That is a beginner's tournament. But you want coffee? Win with Dragon Master Outcast.
There you go. Yeah.
Hold on.
Tweet it at me.
It's a whole other deck.
Yeah, you gotta add red to your frog deck.
No, I just have to play Corvold. We already talked about this.
True.
Hey, you just add red to your
That'd
deck.
be even better for Saucy because you'd be winning with a dragon while
Yeah.
playing dragons.
Yeah, that's true. That's
This
true.
is just like it's got me rebrewing Prosh. I'm gonna take out Red Elemental Blast to put in, Dragon Master
Outcast.
At
Just
least the
strictly
converted mana cost would be the same.
Exactly. It's strictly better. Dockside
Means your Atlas
Extortionist,
the
like we don't
same.
need that. Yeah. Oh god. What a nightmare.
More dragons is better.
Yeah.
Easy.
So this is
Done.
Surge's Wrong Side deck.
That's not happening in an 80-minute game. Just you wait. Just you wait.
Are we quoting Hamilton now? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Actually, we'll get to this topic later, but it would be better in Magic Online because of chess clocks, all right? Be fine.
Are we going back to chess clocks? I will.
We're going back.
I will die on that hill.
I would say we're all team chess clock here.
I am
Really?
definitely all chess clock. All
I'm
chess
gonna
clock all
lose
the time.
because I'm gonna think I hit the clock and didn't, but I'm still for it.
The shop that I was just at for a Team Trios event over the weekend was selling chess clocks, and I almost picked one up.
Nice.
Heck yeah, Tay is playing for the T. We love that. What's interesting about this Rock Side deck is they're actually on the Return the Favor. I love this. I might have to pick one of these up and try this in Inala as well, because if I have excess red mana somehow, that lets me trigger Spellseeker twice as well. So,
Kind of dope. I like that.
24 lands, one more than we saw on Tad's list from earlier. But otherwise, pretty similar Rogsai. Would you guys say that this might be a solved deck or no?
I mean, I think the win condition's obviously solved, but I think you could argue that you either want like faster draw, more interaction, or like another win condition,
Mhm.
and it's hard to know which one of those three things is better.
Yeah.
And like that's why you'll see the differences, right? Like
Yeah.
most of the time they're different. It's like 10 cards, and they're either having more interaction or faster ways to dig, or just adding an extra win condition.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really hard to quantify which one's correct.
Yeah. And then we get to Kinnan, Simic Jungle Book. Yeah, this is a Kinnan list. They're running Drift of Phantasms, which TJ and I have talked about this a lot. I get it gets you your Basalt Monolith, but like also it feels real bad when you hit that off of your Kinnan flip and you're like, this could have been literally anything else.
Anything
Could have been
else?
something.
Which was that?
Drift of
Fabricate?
Phantasm. What?
Oh.
0-5 All-Star.
Yeah, 0-5 All-Star? Defender, Flyer?
I heard it search for the Basalt Monolith, so I was like,
Oh. Got ya. It's running Rampaging Yaoguai, which TJ and I have talked about, and I mean, it's definitely a really cool card. Because it just wipes things. Yeah, but again, that's another one that feels bad hitting it off of your Kinnan flip. It's like
Do you know what didn't feel bad about getting off your Kinnan flip?
Dragon Master Outcast.
Yeah, buddy.
This is gonna be a
Pretty sure
returning
you
joke.
can't. Yeah, you can't, unfortunately, because it is a human.
He's a
I
human.
believe.
Yeah. You can't
Yeah,
get it.
sorry.
It feels bad seeing him.
But you know what you can get
I
off
just
there?
Be sick.
If you had a Falcon, that we could go get that.
True. Now there's a new deck for everybody. Now you know what to play.
Yep.
They're running Archu's Charm. That's a neat one. I like that.
I actually saw other decks playing that too.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
I was considering it for that green-white deck we were looking at,
but
it was just really hard to figure out what to cut because we really do want a high creature density.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was really hard to commit because, like, when you have 3 mana in that deck, you just want to be casting one of your big creatures.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough, but it's definitely a really cool card.
Otherwise, this is just a turbo Kinnan list. Love it. Standard, simple, clean.
It's got a good name too.
Yeah, Jungle Book.
Is good.
We love the Jungle Book.
But which card's the book?
I don't know.
Who's the pilot?
I'm not even gonna attempt.
He's back. Anybody knows?
Stop twice.
If anybody knows, Piraz, check. Tell him we didn't know what the book is.
Tell us what the book is.
Show me the book.
Show me the book.
Riot.
Let's see. Anything else interesting? There was a Rocco. I love me a Rocco deck. Yeah, this deck makes me happy. The Naya turbo deck that just lets you just go nuts.
Is there any of the crazy stacked pieces they're playing or no?
No.
Just full, go fast.
Just full, go fast. Go fast, eat ass. You know, that whole thing.
Oh.
Let's see. Jorman, again, another top 16. This time running Thrasios Akiri. That's okay. Layered to the T. Let me see some. Okay, we love his names.
Kind of a shitty finish for Jorman. We expect better.
We did expect better, but hey, we're here.
Didn't even make the finals. What a pleb.
Just embarrassing, honestly.
True.
This was Recon.
Dragon Master Outcast.
This one can run it.
Yes.
Love this deck. The Thrasios Akiri is a really neat deck. Because you could Neoform into all of your most of your combos. So like you can there's no Delny. There's no Delny because you could Spellseeker and then Spellseeker Neoform into Emil. And if you get 2 of them, you get to get Crop Rot. And then you get to Revi. It's just, yeah.
No, this looks fun.
Yeah, this deck's a lot of this looks like a lot of fun. All his cards that he's tested.
I enjoy that it's not blue farm.
Yes. He expanding his horizons. He actually played on the crew battles. He played in Nala. I'm trying to get him back to playing as he refers to her as baby girl. I'm gonna keep referencing Nala. I love that deck.
Wizard.
Travis and Omnix made top 16.
Nice.
You want to talk about this one a little bit?
Yeah, the deck's wrong, but I'm glad that they top 16th. I don't know. Omnix is like one of those things where it's like it's hard to actually have a bad list realistically.
Yeah.
And I think my list is like 99% of what's in this guy's list. Which is really cool.
I think so too. I think Tainted
it's
Strike.
Very similar.
Tainted Strike. You're not on Tainted Strike. You get out of here.
I am not on Tainted Strike.
We love Tainted Strike.
I also keep going back and forth if I want Red Nubali in the deck or not.
Okay.
And I am probably the only person on the planet that's not playing Fire Covenant. And every time I play it, I'm just like, why is this not in my deck? And every time I don't play it, I'm like, God, I really need to draw this card.
Yeah.
So
Fire Covenant's good.
Yeah. So like otherwise it's like pretty similar. I also play more mana rocks than other people. Like I play some of the other bad 2-mana artifacts. Just because I really want to guarantee Obnixilus by a minimum of turn 3. But otherwise, yeah, I love Obnixilus. I'm gonna keep playing Obnixilus, and I'm gonna keep being angry about not having blue in my deck.
Being angry about playing Obnixilus.
Yeah. I do like the Bloodchief's Ascension. I tested that card out too. But it turns out that a lot of the times you're just dealing 1 damage and not 2. But it is very easy to get it activated, and it's certainly helpful. So I don't know. I think it's good. I love the Sensei Divining Top version. I started playing that about a month ago, and I really liked it as an inclusion, as like an alternate win condition. So, yeah, sick deck. I'm gonna keep playing it and keep being mad that it's not blue.
If only it was blue.
I do like that he also included Bolt Bend, which I put in as well.
Yeah, Bolt Bend's really neat.
It's been so good, and everybody flamed me for it, and I'm so happy that I could point out that somebody top 16 with Bolt Bend in their deck.
Yeah.
And tell them to get Bolt Bent.
All right. Yeah, anything else really interesting that stood up? Oh, Shauna's now on Niv Mizzet in this list.
Yeah, dragons.
Let's see, anything else? A Belby. Oh, that's that. This deck was neat. I saw this in person once before. Oh, okay, we're on Arc deck. You know what? We don't care anymore. Another Magda. Magda's making a comeback, it looks like. Yeah. Oh, it's a Derevi.
Oh no.
No, it's right.
Bird Wizard.
It looks like almost like a stacked version. This is interesting. Running the Soul Cauldron and the Chromatic Orrery. I've seen a lot of them running those now, which I get because you can just keep tapping and untapping the Chromatic Orrery to generate a bunch of mana to do
whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess.
It does filter your mana though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because you could use mana for anything you want.
Yeah.
But like, where's the payoff? Gracios? You gotta have it on the field. Kinnan? You gotta have it on the field.
I think the payoff at the end of it is just you can flicker the Soul Cauldron and use as many things as you want and just go for it and keep everything low so they can't dockside you back. Or they can't Underworld Breach you back.
How are you flickering? Oh, you get to draw cards with Chromatic Orrery. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. That's kind of neat. I'm a little higher on it, but not too much. All right. Anything else, guys, about these tournaments? There's a Stella Lee. If you want to see a great Stella Lee list, go check out Elder Drunken Highlanders. I'm sure this list is also great. Josh does an amazing job explaining the deck. Definitely check that out. Shout outs to him.
I'm really mad that every time Josh posts a new deck, I want to play it, and then I just feel like I'm always second to the party now.
Yeah.
Because I did that, like, I was playing, what's that one where it was the red, blue, green deck or whatever with the, I don't know, whatever.
Thrasio
Yeah.
Targo.
Yeah, he played that deck. He also played the other deck where it was like the Buckhorn combo.
Malcolm, Tana.
Yeah, Malcolm. Yeah, and I like every time I saw his deck, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna build this, and then I just felt like a phony the whole time.
You're phony.
Yeah, pretty much. Even though I changed like 30 cards just to try to make myself feel better, and I still felt like a phony.
All right. Anybody else got anything for the good of the order, or do we want to do some test hands or something?
I mean, we could do test hands, or we can go to the main topic at hand and talk about how much everybody loves Magic Online.
I was trying to avoid that.
Oh,
We
that
should
sounds
rip that
interesting.
Band-Aid off.
Let's go. I want to hear this. Let's go.
So I got this warning before, speaking of Magic Online. Oh, it's not going to show up. That's upsetting. It said, warning, due to continuing issues with committing crimes, applying to the wrong player, we are pausing all limited leagues and postponing the 4 p.m. PT limited prelim event. The team is actively working on the issue. Thank you for your patience.
I love that for
So-
everybody involved.
They have an issue committing crimes, eh?
It happens,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, at least they're honest about it, right?
I mean, yeah. But Moto now has competitive commander on their client. I have been playing it since about
Quotation marks.
competitive.
Competitive.
Yeah, competitive. That's a word. Been playing it since the second day that it came out. I've been trying to do at least one league a day. Every league I've played in so far, I've encountered a bug and had to submit a ticket. Luckily, I've, knock on wood, gotten reimbursed for them because they were pretty bad bugs. The most recent one was I was playing Yuriko because I had a dream the night before last that I was being attacked by Yuriko, like it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monster style. Like it was like Dark Magician Girl, and I'm like, all right, well, I gotta play this deck now. I don't know what I was on beforehand, but hey, here we are. But I attacked with Yuriko, and nothing was stopping the triggers from not occurring, and all of a sudden it just moves on to my post-combat main phase, and I'm like, what happened? What? I don't understand.
What happened was.
What happened was I was sad.
What you didn't understand or read in the disclaimer is Magic Online is actually not owned by the same company as Magic anymore.
Yeah, it's Daybreak.
So really, what it is actually an entirely new game, and you just need to learn the rules, you idiot.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I really should.
You call yourself a judge.
There's no more Commander Nujitsu.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to put here, so I'm just gonna put up Saucy's products.
Do you want a copy? Do you want a copy of my paint board?
I kind of do. Yeah, send me a picture of your.
I'm gonna make this a playmat, I think, to be honest.
But I'm really happy that Wizards is getting some eyes on competitive. It's kind of. Are you okay?
So, I'm sharing my screen. I went to save a picture of this paint, and the only image I have saved on the computer is a mage lizard.
Love it.
Oh, okay. The fact that we're getting some eyes on it now is pretty great. So maybe they're gonna start sanctioning events more. This is a good step for them, in all honesty, even though we have some issues, to put it nicely.
Listen, it's actually features, to be honest.
Right, they're features, not bugs.
Part of the gaming experience.
Oh.
Please share this picture with the audience.
Let's see if this is gonna come up. It did.
It's very good.
I've been spending the last hour tweaking it.
This is so we have a resident artist.
Commissions are open, by the way.
Nice. They're gonna be so expensive. Oh, maybe you should do the artwork for my next roast.
Hell yeah.
This is just gonna stay up. Yes, I do have Balatro up in the background. I was playing that before we started. If you want a fun game, that game is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Numbers have letters in them.
Numbers do have letters in them. But yeah, what are your thoughts? I know, Travis, you've done a couple leagues. Wilson, you've watched me. Saucy, I don't know if you've played any leagues there.
No, I haven't played any MTGO in many moons.
What I really love about the experience is that none of the decks make any sense.
That
And
is the fun part watching. I'll be honest.
also that you can't really communicate with the table outside of the chat box.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
Which
even think about that. Yeah.
Most people can't even like figure out where it's at. So that's really sweet and awesome when somebody plays the combo card and you're like, hey, if nobody does anything about this, we lose. And then we lose, and then somebody reveals their hand that they had a counter spell and just say oops in chat. I love that. It's actually
Should we
like
let this ad nause resolve? Yeah,
it's
that's
my favorite feature, honestly. And it's kind of my fault for just like not playing blue.
That's true.
It's kind of on me.
You could be the blue player who knows how to use the interface of the software.
Yeah. Also, I really love the fact that when you don't like, or if you like say you don't want to yield anymore, it still skips your turn. I love that feature.
That's my favorite feature.
Yeah, it's super awesome. Or like
company.
Another really good one is when you click the number 1 to skip on an interaction and your clock still keeps ticking. That one's also really cool. I love that. Yeah.
Or the players refusing to scoop to a clearly infinite mana combo and just instead time you out. I almost said rope you.
Yeah. Also, the instant being able to like concede mid-turn is really sweet too.
Yes.
So that cards just disappear from hands and stuff.
Yes.
That's really awesome.
Yes.
I love that for everybody as well.
Yeah, that seems awesome.
Probably the best that I've seen was somebody exiled something with an opposition agent. And the kid just scooped.
Yep, that I actually was that kid who did that to somebody, and I felt really bad because, like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm dead. I don't feel like waiting an hour for this person to take their turn, so I just closed my client and I open it back up to like the angriest message ever because somebody's like, "You leaving made me lose my dockside." I'm like, first of all. First of all, it was my dockside, and I was renting it, so I had to give it back. Second of all, sorry.
Get good.
But
that's rough.
So I felt a little bad, but
they're gonna have to invent a new keyword that's faster than split second for when Freshka closes his client. It's that fast.
Exactly. Just instant karma, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been an experience. The meta is like way different because obviously with the chess clock and the fact that it's a clunky, well-designed system, you can't really do like even like 2-card combos because they have so many steps in them. You have to be careful with how fast you can perform them. And not only do you have to be fast, you got to make sure you don't like skip through one of the steps, right? So yeah, it's definitely interesting.
It's really easy to screw up your own combos.
Yeah, it's actually like insanely easy to be honest.
True.
Because you like, you just either you forget to hold priority, or like you accidentally skip through one of the messages that pop up when somebody else interacted. So you think, oh, well, I'm just hitting okay for them using their fetch land because they're trolling me.
Oh yeah, a system where typing in chat eats up your own clock, so then like you don't want to interact with anyone in the game. That's awesome. This seems awesome. I'm gonna play it now. I'm sold.
It's actually a great commercial. It's amazing. So everybody download Magic Online and play Wizards. We're accepting sponsorships.
Absolutely.
And
yeah,
I know a couple of people who used to work there, so we're definitely gonna get in there really well. and this is a glowing endorsement. That's all I got.
Yeah, Phil, if you have to explain what's going on to a player and you're sitting there like, do you have interaction? It's a lot easier to talk in person, but
Yeah,
not so much on there.
that's rough.
I have to finish my league after this for that. So
In all seriousness, though, I think if there was like an online tournament and we used Magic Online, but instead of having to type, we had Discord chats, I think that could solve a lot of problems where it's a lot harder to cheat.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But not being able to talk makes EDH so much worse.
mm-hmm.
And like, even though that's part of the reason I hate like tournament EDH is because a lot of the games are decided by like external factors. It is strictly just part of the game.
Yep. Yeah, that's I don't think I could play silent EDH. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's what the C's for, silent.
It makes you feel like even more nerdy. Like, not only are you playing CDH online and you're paying for it, you also have nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
It's like you're just sitting in your room with no friends, just spending money to a company that hates you.
Yep.
And
2 companies that hate you at the same time.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is what it is. Sanctioned paper events, maybe, you know.
Please.
Time
Twister
is going to be a problem.
Talk to Bonnie. And topdeck.gg. Talk to him, please.
Twister, yeah.
Yeah, like the fact that it's the most popular format in EDH, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, considering
Commander
casual Magic too.
Largest growing one, at least.
Yeah, or at least like the fastest growing format. Like, if we have to switch to real cards for everything, like there's just not enough cards that exist in the world.
Yeah, that's I mean, honestly, I consider myself very lucky that when I got in, I picked up all of the staples that turns out as being. So like, I only need the new cards that come out, which are super easy to get. But like, I've accepted the fact that I'm never going to own a Time Twister unless I win a Time Twister. And I'm okay with that.
That's an accomplishment you are striving to do, probably, in your back head.
I mean, if I do, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna flip it, because like,
I
don't play that card.
Who needs it? Yeah, I don't play that card.
Here's also the problem, right? Not even just the cost of the card in general. Let's just say in a perfect world, the card was like $20 and super affordable. There's legitimately just not enough of them in the world for everybody to be able to play.
Yeah, exactly. These do have a shelf life technically, because they are cardboard. They do degrade. I riffle shuffle my cards. They're playing cards. That's what they're meant to be played as. I've made people completely lose their mind while I was at Punt City 3 as I riffle shuffle the entire reel in all a deck. And I'm like, the kid looks at me and goes, he goes, I know what's in that deck because I've played them before. And I go, yeah, me too. And he goes, and you're still riffle shuffling it. I said, uh-huh. They're playing cards. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So I don't know. If they do sanctioned events, like, I just hope that like they print enough product and they water down enough of like other format cards that like hopefully they just come out with like an EDH staples pack or whatever where it's like $100 and you just get
Magic 30.
The impossible cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say a Magic 30 that they
Magic 30.
Yeah.
So wait, I cracked the Magic 30 in my shop. I have Time Twister. I win. It's just that easy, right?
Yep.
Right.
I mean, pretty much.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a problem. And like there's really no good solution unless they just like print more of them. And then it's like they print more of them, it sucks for everybody who has them. So
yeah.
No, I mean, like, the supply is a real issue. Like, you can't even find Magic 30 Time Twisters anywhere right now. It's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a shame. I'm actually playing in a tournament for a Magic 30 box on May 5th, I believe, down in Philly. So, I mean, maybe I'll get one. I don't know. I'm doing it to support my friends. So.
Weird question. Is it Queen and Rook, Billy?
It is Queen and Rook.
Okay.
Are you going?
No, that was the one that we pretend. I thought I could. We don't need to tell the story, but we should.
Oh no, absolutely.
So,
Go ahead.
The week of Punt City, I come
no,
to realization.
no. 3 days before
Or
we were
Punt
leaving to Punt City.
Yes, I asked Billy if we should go to this tournament that looked like it was on the Friday before Punt City to me. Now, the thing is, with me, numbers and words, I kind of get those mixed up sometimes. So I convinced myself that this was firing the Friday before Punt City, and then we could do Punt City the next 2 days, and then we could have a magic-filled weekend. Billy, on the other hand, had to spoil my dreams and tell me that I was thinking about the wrong month. But here we are.
So no. Why don't we get right into it? Honestly,
Listen, talk about that timeline.
You're dancing your way around that there, Wilson. The conversation went as follows: do you want to do this event, Billy? When? He said. He goes, the day before Punt City, and I went, Wilson, what month are we in? And he goes, April. And I go, okay. What month is that? 5. I stopped. Now I'm texting him that.
That's the first problem.
That was the first problem because Wilson, he's like if you were stuffing when he does his text message, it's like he stuffed his face with marshmallows and then tried to do voice to text. A lot of the times. So there's translating Wilsonisms. So we got there, and eventually he just calls me. And I go, and I asked him again, I said, what month are we in? And he said, April. And I said, what number? And he goes, 5. And I said, all right, let's take it from the top. I said, what is the first month that occurs? And he goes, January.
We have to go back to this. Yeah.
And I said, okay. I said, what number is that? He goes, 1. I said, what comes next? And he goes, February. Oh, I know this one. It's my birthday month. It's February. Yep. I said,
good job.
Like I was swearing.
Yeah. And
honestly, February is the best month.
Yeah, I think everybody here, except for myself, is February. I don't know about you, Saucy.
March.
March. Oh, close. That was the next question. What comes next? And he goes,
3.
March, which is the third month. And he goes, I go, very good. I said, what comes after that? And he goes, May.
There's just no April.
No April.
No April. Yeah. April just doesn't exist.
Definitely didn't exist in that moment.
Sure didn't. And that went on for, way longer than it should have.
Honestly, I'm proud that he got there.
It took a while. It took at least 10 minutes on the phone.
I had convinced myself that I was like, no, this all checks out. I don't know what you're talking about.
So yes, I am going to the Queen and Rook event on May 5th. Yeah, that's all I got there.
That's all you got. Yeah, that's fine.
What else? Anybody else got anything else? That was words.
I think we should talk about some coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, true. We definitely should talk about some coffee.
I was gonna make some people mad real quick beforehand because just now that we're talking about time twisters. So back when I was acquiring cards for my cube, I remember how I got my time twister was I traded someone in Underground Sea for it. It's a good trade.
Back then,
pretty good.
Yep. And I was like, oh, maybe this isn't a good deal for me.
Back then, you got screwed.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then didn't get ass screwed when I went to sell my stuff. So like, I was just looking because I haven't looked at card prices in a while and like to see it's rough out there for CDH staples, vintage staples. It's rough. And yeah. That's all. It's just rough out there, fellas.
True. It's all right. I traded 8 Tarmogoyfs for 4 Jits.
Solid.
And literally 2 weeks later, Tarmogoyfs tripled in price and Jits got cut in half.
Yep.
So.
Okay, so
yeah, that was probably my best trade of all time.
That's really good.
Why does Lexi's stuff get message retracted? That's the second one I've seen.
No lewd comments.
They said nice art.
Yeah, I know what that means. Kids in their slang.
Yeah, we know. Anyways, I'll stop sidetracking the show.
Do you want to start talking about coffee?
Yeah, please talk about coffee.
Can you explain your process and like how you get your coffee from start to finish and like
Sh-
why it's so good?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, if you guys missed the intro and you're just here for some reason, you just jumped into chat. I own Dragon Roast Coffee. It's my nerdy gaming themed coffee company. And so like the reason I started the company was because like I'm a big tabletop nerd, and I've been playing D&D forever. And like I would make coffee and found a lot of my friends would be like, "Oh, like I don't want to get into coffee because it seems so complicated or like pretentious, like wine, right? Where it's like there's so many complexities to it." And I'm like, "Oh, that sucks." So I wanted to make the company as like simple to kind of digest for anyone. So it's like I built all of my roasts based on classes. Um, I'm gonna say traditional fantasy role-playing game agnostic characters not associated with Wizards of the Coast. So we've got things like, paladin, monk, druid. We've got, stuff in the works. So basically, like, I knew when I launched the company, I wanted to have a light roast, a medium roast, and a dark roast, and a decaf. So I went in and was just thinking about like what classes in a fantasy RPG would like embody those. And the first one I actually made was Necromancer, because I was like, well, I want to have a dark roast, and I want it to be, evil. So I was like, oh, we'll go with Necromancer. And then I basically just kind of like find origins that match the flavors I want to go with. So I knew for that one specifically, I wanted to be like dark chocolate. I wanted some like dried fruit notes. So then I just start importing a large amount of coffee from a bunch of farms and do a lot of test roasts. I probably go through 100 to 150 pounds of coffee for each roast from different farms to just nail it. So it's usually about 50 to 70 farms each for each roast that I go through. And then once I nail down a few that I like, then it's just getting the roast nailed down, which takes forever.
Well, Necromancer has a lot of great notes in it. We've been drinking it. I was drinking it all Punt City weekend, honestly. That was
Yeah.
what was fueling me.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it was
Yeah.
really good.
It hit. Yeah.
I just
Keep
opened
going.
mine up today, and that is gonna be my cup tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm,
it's cool.
I got Paladin, and a big thing for me is like, I mean, it's obvious, right? I'm overweight. I'm trying to cut back, right? I love sugar and cream in my coffee.
Hmm.
I got the Paladin. It actually has some flavoring in it. Like I tried some of the other brands where it's like they have like heavy flavoring in it,
Yeah.
and it kind of turned me off because it's like I can't drink that every day. But with the Paladin, I was actually when I first got it, I just put some oat milk in it, and it was already really good. And now I'm actually drinking it as iced coffee, and it's black.
Oh,
It's
nice.
actually good, and that's like a huge thing for me because like I can't drink regular coffee black,
Hmm.
but there's enough of a flavor to it that I actually don't mind it, which is amazing.
Yeah, and that's like something I've noticed. Like, so I hate it, but a lot of people make like just brands that are, like I'm gonna say quote unquote gimmicky. Like people who do gaming themed other stuff, like especially if you're in the like tabletop role playing game arena, like you'll go on Etsy and see like the shittiest DM screens made out of plywood that they're selling for like $300 because like, oh, it's hardwood. But people do it with coffee a lot, where they'll have a niche that they go into and they think just because they have a niche they're marketing to, they can use the cheapest quality crappy beans.
Shortcut. Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate that. Like, it makes me so mad. So this is like, I mean, Freshka and I were talking before this show about just like profit margins, and
Mhm.
my margins are super low because I'm importing extremely good beans, and I'm like, I would rather make less money per bag and more people get into into coffee and enjoy it than just try and make a ton using this crap product. And yeah, I don't know. It just annoys me. I feel like gamers as a whole, whether you're into, Magic, board games, video games, like we get preyed upon by all of these companies, and it's bullshit, and I hate it.
Agree. And I think a lot of that comes from like what else you do, right? Like
Yeah.
you were a streamer yourself, and now you help other streamers and content creators,
Hmm.
and you see them all get taken advantage of all the time, right? So it's cool to see you actually doing something about it.
Yeah, and like yeah, especially coming from content creation, it's like I created an affiliate program, obviously, which the podcast you listen to, they're partners of mine, so go buy stuff and use their discount code. But I wanted to make sure that everyone got like good deals, because yeah, I'm sure Freshka, like a lot of affiliate programs you work with gives you like the worst return on your investment ever.
Plus, they always set up like impossible minimums before like you get a higher percentage, and they have a lot of hoops you have to jump through to maintain your affiliate ship. It's like, it's really
stupid.
dumb.
I hate it.
I hate it. It's dumb, stupid, and dumb.
Yeah, it's stinky, bad, dumb. It's not even Dragon Master Outcast.
Right.
Dragon Master Outcast.
Doesn't even make flying dragons every
time. Maybe that'll be, we'll develop a roast for the show that'll be Dragon Master Outcast.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, man. Getting to 6 lands is the brewing process.
Yeah. By the time you've amassed 6 lands, you can have a cup of coffee. That's an 80-minute average in an EDH game.
True.
I guess it could be iced coffee. That shit takes a long time to make.
Yeah, I love brew. That's my favorite. Do you want to talk about the other stuff that's gonna be added to the site or not yet?
Oh, like the products that like I'm coming soon. This one's on me. Like I'm fully at fault here, but we're gonna have I'm doing grinders and pour overs and iced coffee brewing stuff all through Hario. That's coming soon. And then I could talk about it. I've got my espresso roast coming out very soon. It's in final stages of development, and that's gonna be Barbarian. That's coming out hopefully the end of May, which I heard is the 4th one is May, something like that. So
something like that.
Yeah, something else. So
well,
towards the end of May. Yeah.
Will the adventure pack get updated
Allegedly.
to choose 3 of your own flavors?
Yeah. So because it's not going to include Barbarian since that's specifically an espresso, and not everyone either drinks espresso or has like an espresso machine. But yeah, as I'm getting more, because after that we're going to be coming out with Bard. That's in development. And then as I do, all these different classes, I'm going to have a thing on the site where you can choose which 3 classes you want to have in. Because right now you can it's called the Adventuring Party, and that comes with Druid, Paladin, and Necromancer. So yeah, eventually I'll have a thing on there where you can choose which of the classes once I have all of them available.
Cool. And that's actually what we're going to be giving away too. So make sure you guys follow the Commander and Coffee Twitter, because we're going to probably post that either tonight or tomorrow. And you guys could try some coffee.
Yeah. Good stuff. It really is. I'm not saying that because he's our sponsor. Like, I got to try it before I personally agreed, because I'm, stubborn like that.
And you should be, though. Like, I don't know. I feel like the product has to stand on its own. So that's why, like, this company, it took me 4 years of development before I launched at all. And all of that was just like getting the product itself nailed down and good. Because I'm like, if it's a shit product, like
Nobody's
I can't put my name behind it.
Yeah.
And like, the big thing with is like for like revenue, that's not just a one-time thing. So because I offer coffee subscription services, so no one's gonna subscribe if it tastes like crap. Like it just shoots myself in the foot.
What if they just want a misprint mug?
That's true. I've got a laser engraver, and I do laser engraved mugs and some other merch coming. And I have a pile of misprints, like learning how to use the laser engraver. So I was giving away mugs for every new subscriber for a bit, because I'm like,
limited edition alters.
Upside down logos, and yeah, that thing's hard to use.
Edition alters, baby.
They are.
It's gonna be worth money someday.
Exactly.
It's true.
Get it soon.
It's the time twister of coffee mugs.
Yeah,
Mark my
pretty
words.
much. He's never gonna mess it up again.
Yep, never.
It's like, would you rather Time Twister or Dragon Caster Outmage or whatever?
Yeah,
Master
never. Name a better one drop. That'll be the title of this podcast, right?
That's
Name a
actually
better one drop. I like that.
I'm about to change my Twitter handle.
It's so good. Just you wait. One day you're going to be facing Upkeep Tribal, and someone's going to bang you with 5 Dragon Master Outcast triggers. You're like, I can't win. And then you're going to have to scoop.
Can't do
it's
it,
going to be
man.
amazing.
I'm actually bringing that to Cowtown or whatever it's called.
Please tweet pictures at me, and I'm going to be so happy.
I'm actually, you know what I should do? I should get a shirt made where it's like the Commander and Coffee logo, the Dragon Roast logo, and then it's just the card like in the middle of both of them, like holding both mugs.
That you're the Dragon Master Outcast himself.
Yeah,
I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I love
like
that.
it's just him holding 2 coffee mugs, one with each logo.
Mm-hmm. That's
He
very
does have
good.
the perfect pose for that, honestly.
That is really
Yeah.
good. That is really
And then that's what I'll wear to the events.
Card's gonna get banned. Too good.
I have
It'll be restricted in
actually,
vintage.
I have a very good track record for getting cards banned, so I wouldn't be surprised. I got a tattoo of a card after winning $10,000 with it. And what makes it worse is I knew every single developer at the time and told them that I was planning to get this tattoo. And they were all signed NDAs and none of them gave me a warning. I get the tattoo and a week later the card's banned. And I'm like,
That's
are you
incredible.
fucking kidding me? Like, you guys known for 2 months and you've known that I'm planning this tattoo. And you could have just been like, hey, maybe you should wait a little bit to get that tattoo. Like, they didn't have to tell me it was getting banned. But like, yeah. So now I have
There's no
a
warning.
Cold Light Oracle on my arm, and it's there forever. And I wasn't able to play it anymore, and I'm really salty about
Hey,
it.
Cold Light Oracle was awesome. So
It was the best card in the game, and I
Yep.
love that everybody told me that the card was unplayable, and I won $10,000 playing 4 decks that played it.
yep,
So it is what it is.
mill 'em.
Yep. So
What else we got,
that's it
guys?
for me.
Yeah. Do you have any other coffee-related questions?
Let's see. Actually, we should. How does everybody like their coffee? Like, what's your preferred way to drink coffee?
Black. Straight up black.
I feel like I drift between so many different ways. It's not even
Yeah.
fair to talk about it.
That's fine. What's your favorite way right now? I feel like that's a lot of people with music too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like what I currently have, my current setup right now, I kind of downsized when I moved, oddly enough. I have a Melita single cup brewer that I make 1 cup for myself every morning. And I just enjoy it. Like it's, I have my cold brew, which I'm actually gonna I'm cleaning out my grinder, my burr grinder, and I'm gonna use whatever remnants of the beans that are in there so I can clear it out for the necro. And I'm gonna make cold brew with it. So
Love that.
I'll be there tomorrow.
I've been drinking a ton. So because like I've been doing all these espresso trials for Barbarian, so I've got like an absurd amount of espresso roasts sitting around. So I've been doing a lot of like iced Americanos because
Oh.
it's been really hot.
I will
my
take
God.
any holdover. You could send it my way.
Okay, hell yeah.
I don't
There's
care if it's
gonna-
bad or what. I love espresso.
All right, well I've got some trials coming, so I might send you some stuff.
Okay.
I think my favorite espresso drink I got at Bolt Cafe in Providence. And essentially it was their house blend espresso poured over their own seltzer. And it was like the best
Oh.
thing to vibe out in the summer too.
Ooh,
They even garnished it with a lemon like zest peel, believe it or not. It was great.
I like that.
That's neat.
My favorite, I'll call this my vacation coffee.
Okay.
So I like to do a cold brew margarita. So I'll do like cold brew and then tequila, a little like Cointreau and lime, and
Okay.
like
Okay.
so good. And you can put in like some simple syrup, or agave nectar is really good. But like coffee and lime go very, very well together. Especially like the right coffee. So it's so good. That's my vice.
Love that.
That's like I'm on vacation. I don't have to do big boy work today. Usually it's like if I'm taking a day off and I'm playing video games, I'm drinking cold brew margaritas all day.
I might have to like call you when we get to this event. And I'll just
Yeah.
like turn on my cam and you can walk us through making it.
Yeah, I'll
Before
send
you
you
know.
guys. I'll send you the recipe that I use.
Okay.
Yeah. We can actually, that's what we could do. We could record the video at the Airbnb of us making this.
Only if it's on the bunk beds.
I
That's
mean,
so messy.
that's probably where we would end up, but
I mean,
it'd be sick.
I'm so okay with that.
Wilson, do you want to talk about your fancy coffee background? and why you're a coffee expert.
Oh, why I'm a coffee expert?
Yeah.
So I feel like I've spent many years doing like front of the house work, and I was always the one who got sent to go pick up the coffee from like the roasters in Philly, all the fair trades that I would run. And basically, I did a lot of tasting with Rival Brothers out of Philly. Did a lot of other brewers that were more local. It's kind of where I like. It's funny with Necromancer. I like kind of knew that I kind of already knew my favorite bean was Sumatran.
Okay.
But we got the Necromancer in. I look at it. I'm like, oh, it's Sumatran. Of course, I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
I love that you know these bean types, and I'm just like, man, I'm gonna love this with ice. Like, I'm not sure what's in it, but I read that there's like caramel in it. That's pretty cool. And then,
yeah, it's like the regions, like coffee regions are. It's when you drink enough coffee, especially like next to each other.
Goes back
like-
into the wine comparison too.
Yeah, you can really, because it's like my wife, for instance, she wasn't huge into coffee, but now like I make her try all the coffees with me, so she's starting to learn the differences, and she'll be like, "Hey, is that an Ethiopia?" I'm like, "It is." Like, you got it. Hell yeah.
Blind tasting works.
Yeah,
It's so much fun.
yeah, and yeah, coffee, and that's like, I don't know, the specific farms I work with is also very important to me because it's like I want to make sure I'm working with people that use ethical business practices.
Correct. That's like
and
weirdly important.
yeah, it's super important because like the coffee industry is another just like it's like MTGO. It's just not good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Just
I'm glad
let
you
it
said
to
it. I'm glad you said it.
wait. I want to recap. I
Yeah.
love MTGO. All right.
Yeah,
You know,
uh-huh.
I love
We
all
love
the features
Yep,
and the fact that it's a completely different game and gives you a new experience.
that's true. That's
Every
true.
time.
You
Every
have to
time.
learn the rules every time.
Yeah, it's like when chess changes its rules. That's as known to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chess too.
exactly.
Yeah,
Chess too.
yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
actually like the auto battlers of EDH.
It is. MTGO is like an auto battler. They're just doing it. They're advertising run.
That's the best description I think you've
Yeah.
said about FGO. I'll be honest.
Oh. Yeah, I actually
But-
did not get that deep into coffee until I actually cut most sugar out of my diet.
Mhm.
Because I just really wasn't tasting the coffee then. Because
Yeah.
I was extra on everything, and I'm like, no, you know what? I need to cut sugar out. Let's
Yep.
go. And
Actually,
Oh.
same. I drink so much like McDonald's iced coffee,
Yeah.
and I love McDonald's iced coffee, but it's not actually coffee.
No.
It's just like a milkshake
with coffee flavoring.
That's a good way to
with
Yeah.
coffee flavoring in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like
I think
it's
that's
really
like
good.
one of the big things with my brand is I wanted to make it easily accessible for people who aren't coffee people. So that's why like I try and spell things out simply and I don't put all the nerdy coffee information on there because like if you go to a coffee shop, they'll always have the elevation and the drying process and all of that, which matters if you're a coffee snob. But if you're just wanting a cup of coffee, mine will just tell you, yeah, this tastes like blueberries and honey. Okay, I understand.
Love that. I actually, so like that was a big thing too. Is I was sharing your website at my job, right? And I actually brought some of the paladin and brewed it there.
Mhm.
And a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, it's like a fancy name brand coffee," and they tasted it and they're like, "It must be super expensive." And then they're like, "Oh, and we probably won't be able to read the descriptions."
Yeah.
And then they get to the website and they're like, "Wait, this is like really simple and that sounds delicious."
It's in regular human words.
Yeah.
This
So.
speak normal? What?
Not
How?
even druid or necromancer. It's just
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of them aren't even like gamers. They're just like, this coffee's really good and that sounds really delicious and I like the graphics. And yeah. So I think it's nice to be like, you have kind of the niche that you're going for, but it's so like inclusive that it doesn't really matter.
Mhm.
Like if they just see it around, they're like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's different enough.
Yeah.
Not the now. Dang it! Now I want to play. Go to some CEDH events, and then we can.
Heck yeah. We
Play
should
some
just do,
Magic
we have to
and
do our own CDH event.
Yeah,
we could
you guys should post
we
it.
could literally do Commander and coffee.
Yeah.
oh, Commander Coffee. is
True.
that.
You want to fly out to Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania there, Saucy?
I mean, it's funny. Like, I'm not technically opposed. Like, I'm doing
Wait, we're-
so.
We
Huh?
actually have a store that we could probably get to do it.
Lexi is in the chat. She will make it happen for us.
Lexi?
I've got so much travel. Starting the end of this month, I'm going to at least one convention a month
Yeah.
as a vendor. And it's mostly like Comic Cons, but I'm going to do it because like some tabletop cons. I was going to, I don't remember which one was. Freshco was trying to get me to go to an EDH event, but I was already booked. So it's like, I'll be going all over the country every month constantly. So
It was the Cowan.
Yeah.
yeah.
What's actually funny is the shop that we're referencing, we actually made him place an order for your coffee already.
Yep.
He actually
So
said
it's already there.
It's already there.
Yeah, I'm like, that should be there by now.
It is. I got a text message of the box of coffee, and I'm like,
It was huge.
Yes. Yeah. 'Cause
I want to see it once it's on the shelves. He needs to send me a picture.
yeah, the owner also enjoys coffee as well. And his partner as well does them. Yeah.
The owner,
Lexi
the
says
owner and his
present
partner
yes.
also do things.
Yes. Present and yes, and they can absolutely make that event a thing.
I
Yeah.
mean, we could probably make something happen. Like, actually, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time
Stay
TBD, but Commander and Coffee happening.
yeah.
Literally, Commander and coffee.
Do you know what would actually be really cool?
What?
So like that other project that I'm not sure we're allowed to talk about, where it's like helping people learn how to play. If we did like a CDH event where it's like legitimately trying to get people better at the game, and it's just like, hey, show up, play Commander, and drink coffee. I think that could be really cool instead of doing like an actual tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's a
kind
good
of like
idea.
what Josh's event
Well,
is.
right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like Josh's event, but in person.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Like make it more friendly. Like maybe we'll even like print out some extra decks for
Yeah.
people who show up.
Yeah. Do an
I
NPC
would-
We can
order.
figure it out.
I think that's like a huge like area that could be improved with CEDH specifically, because people hear CEDH and they just expect nothing but, cutthroat tournament play.
Correct.
But like CDH as a format, like most of the CEDH I have ever played is me and my friends having a good time chilling. Like it doesn't have to be cutthroat and terrible because you're
Yep.
playing fast magic and powerful stuff.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
We'll get some
We're all
door
just playing-
prizes. We'll drink some coffee, play some games. It'll be fun.
That's actually where Commander Coffee kind of started. It was literally just me and my two friends hanging out, BSing in a Discord, and going, "This just seems right." So we hit the record button and just let it roll. And I mean, our first couple episodes are pretty shoddy, and I mean, a lot of them are pretty shoddy sometimes, but then we get really good ones, and like a lot of it is stemming from we just want to play better games. We don't want to play just all this garbage with people and just like play MTGO basically. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I want, and that's why I love Josh's thing. And I actually told him I would like to partner with him soon for it. Because his thing is it's a tea party, so he buys them a cup of tea as part of it as well. So I'm like, well,
sweet.
I'd like to throw some coffee in there too. You know what I mean? So maybe cast it the whole nine, because it's just a lot of fun. And Josh is a good person. He's honestly he's just a sweetheart. He's one of the best people I've ever met playing this format. Give you the shirt off the back kind of guy, and go check out his stuff. Elder Drunken Highlander. I can't shout him out enough. Aside from us, Top Deck, the whole shebang, like all of them.
We still need a crew battle.
Yes.
Commander and Coffee versus Elder Drunken Highlander. And
We're ready.
every single round we have to drink an Irish coffee.
Ooh.
Like that's the
That's
every
the
round
new
you drink
point.
an Irish coffee.
Like Beerio Carpet with Commander.
Yeah, exactly.
I love
Travis,
that.
we are very prepared for that.
I'm down.
Untap, upkeep, drink. Draw.
So
Untap,
okay.
up to drink. There we go. Easy.
So what if
That's
I told
actually
you?
that's the tournament name.
Yeah.
Tap up, keep drink.
Hold on. What if I told you? He actually made a thing called Command Drink.
That's awesome.
Down.
Yes. Let me see if I could find it real quick before we wrap up.
Every time you commit a crime, you have to drink.
I think that's one of the new ones that's going to be happening.
Oh man, there's gonna be so many crimes.
I'm gonna be honest, I was afraid to play because one of them is you drink every time you discard a card, and if you know my
Oh
deck,
god. His whole deck is
let's just say
discarding the draw
infinite
cards.
drinks for me at this point. It would be
Yeah.
fun.
Are there any rules for when I sacrifice my permanents?
So
Every
let's
time
zoom this over here.
every time a dragon token comes into play, finish your drink.
Oh man, all my Dragon Master Outcast decks, I'm getting hammered.
So I'm just gonna put this right in the chat for everyone. This is Josh's command drink stuff. That's up on the screen here. It didn't come through there. Why? I don't know. Oh, I said it twice. Being your upkeep, drink 1. When you cast a commander from command zone, drink X, where X is the number of times you've cast it. Drinking goes on the stack. Treat command drink rules as Planeswalker emblem. Doesn't target, can't be prevented or redirect it. When a player loses, the game, they must finish their drink. If at any point drink is empty, it must be immediately refilled. House rules, get to pick additional rule. And there's all kinds of things.
Yep. I'm gonna print this out. I just posted this. I have a local EDH chat,
up,
and I
Gold?
just posted this. I'm like, all right, we're playing this.
Hell yeah.
Listen, I see Gold over there, also an amazing artist and another wonderful person.
Me
that
and
I've
Gold
met
should
here.
probably collab, to be honest. we can make the commander a coffee plate playmat together.
There you go. But yeah,
I'm a little bit of an abstract artist, if you can't tell
yeah.
by the different colored frog leg.
Love it.
Gold, can we make this into something, some type of token?
Wait, actually, what would be really funny is if he just like takes my drawings and just makes them actually real art. That'd be cool.
You know what this reminds me of? Do you guys remember the secret layer that they did, where the children drew something and
Was it the bird?
Yeah.
Birds of Paradise.
Yes.
In the crater of the
Yes.
Yeah. Only this was created by a 31-year-old child.
This is awesome.
Yes, there it is. There's the one. Kids' drawings. There it is. There's the Birds of Paradise.
Love it.
Just imagine Travis's art just like this.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good.
Very solid.
But yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps it all up.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. It
No
was a lot
problem.
of fun.
It was a
Awesome.
pleasure.
Yeah, for sure.
Give out shout outs. Anybody got anything else for the good of all of us?
I mean, I'm good.
All right.
I don't know when we're gonna stream again. We're probably gonna just post the stream as is, and we might make an actual formal episode for YouTube. But I think basically our plan is to just do one of these once a month, and then we're gonna figure out some like other live streams to do as well.
Yeah.
Where like it's just kind of us playing and talking,
Yeah.
rather than just
So
doing a podcast.
commentating a little
Yeah.
bit of arena stuff, some fun stuff.
For sure. So we might play some other games,
MTGO.
Magic related. We'll definitely be playing the new and exciting MTGO Auto Battler,
Love
where we'll discuss how combat is still a thing
it. So good.
True.
and blue cards. Blue cards
They're-
are.
They're
Oh,
out.
maybe we could. Oh, we
Online.
could do a tutorial for MTGO where we show people how to open chat.
True.
That
Ooh.
might
That's
be.
a short.
There we go.
Yep.
Bookmark that.
Yeah.
All right.
And remember, so if anyone wants to check out my coffee, my website's just dragonroast.coffee. And when you check out, use code Commander and you'll get 15% off your order.
Heck yeah.
And where can we find you, Saucy, aside from Dragon Roast Coffee?
Yeah. If you want my personal Twitter that I use sometimes, I'm just at Saucy Mailman. I'm on there and I do stuff, I guess. And then, yeah, just at Dragon Roast on Twitter as well.
All right. And Wilson, how about you?
I have taken over the MTG Frogfather on Twitter. You can find me in our Discord, lurking about normally as well. Travis, what about you? Where can we find you?
Mostly Discord, the Commander Coffee Discord. I do I did stream today. I don't know if it's something that we're gonna keep doing. I just wanted to try to get more eyeballs on the YouTube channel.
Definitely got it on your artwork.
Yeah, man. I mean, so you just gotta do what you gotta do. You could also check me out at Dragon Roast Coffee because I'm going to be there every day, getting more paladin flavors going. Otherwise, I just work all the time, and hopefully, we'll be streaming some more EDH. I'd like to actually learn how to play the game. I've been talking about the game a lot, but I can't shuffle cards anymore, so that's a challenge that I have to figure out. But yeah, I got a webcam set up. We should get some stuff going. Commander and Coffee for everything. I am Freshka XD on Twitter. I'm not really on there much anymore. So if you really want to talk, I would recommend getting into the Commander and Coffee Discord. I respond there faster than on my Twitter recently.
True.
So
yeah, I'm in there too. If anyone wants to ever
you can always
chat
add them.
with me.
Yep. We're always trying to get games going in there too.
Yeah.
So.
And this sweet, saucy, sweet Legends of Runeterra jacket he's got going on here.
Yeah. It's funny. It's kind of a funny deep cut if anyone notices. Yeah. I'm glad you like that. I used to do esports for Riot Games for Legends of Runeterra, so that was my caster jacket.
Oh yeah.
We love that. And as always, I'm Billy, CMDR_coffee on Twitter. I'll also be on the Discord. I have a bunch of tournaments coming up. The next major one is obviously Cowtown Throwdown, which we are all going there for, except for Saucy, unfortunately, but maybe the next one.
Saucy's going to be there by being in my thermos.
Yes, true.
Ooh, love it.
All of our thermoses.
We the only thing we have to figure out, like,
you can taste Saucy at Cowtown.
That's just
It'll
true.
be eaten by AeroPress.
No, we just got to figure out a way to boil water in the middle of a game.
That can't be that hard.
No, there's some super cool portable electric.
Science exists.
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. Pretty sweet.
Cool. That's what I'm getting next because I'm all out of coffee. Thanks, everyone.